Welcome to Movie Rehash. Today, I'm going to explain an adventure movie released in 2023, titled, Pan Wendy. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The movie starts in London, where two brothers, John and Michael Darling, play a game pretending to be Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Their big sister, Wendy, joins them. Their playtime stops when they accidentally break a mirror. Their dad, George, gets upset with them. Wendy talks to their mom, Mary, because the kids are going to a boarding school the next day. Wendy doesn't want to grow up so fast. Mary tells her she should set a good example for her brothers. That night, Tinker Bell comes into the kids' room and sprinkles magic dust on Wendy, making her float in the air. Peter Pan then shows up, looking for his lost shadow. He's been observing Wendy and her brothers and sees that Wendy doesn't want to grow up. Peter invites the Darlings to come with him and Tinker Bell to a place called Neverland. Tink sprinkles more magic dust on them, and this time, John and Michael can fly too. Together, they all fly out of their room, up into the sky, and follow the second star on the right until morning. The kids reach Neverland, and Wendy flies over mermaids and the big land. Meanwhile, out on the ocean, a pirate ship with Captain Hook and his helper Mr. Smee sees them. Hook really doesn't like Peter because Peter made him lose his hand and some other reasons. Hook tells his pirates to chase after Peter and the kids. They shoot cannons at them, making them crash near the shore. Wendy is discovered by the Lost Boys, a group of kids who, like Peter, refuse to grow up. They also meet Tiger Lily, and they all recognize Wendy because Peter had talked about her. Wendy uses a telescope to see that John and Michael are with the pirates. Mr. Smee brings the boys to meet Captain Hook, who takes a pocket watch from John. Hook really hates clocks because the crocodile that bit off his hand makes a ticking noise when it's near. Hook then tells the pirates to sail the ship to Skull Rock. Tiger Lily takes Wendy and the Lost Boys to Skull Rock, where Hook plans to drown John and Michael. Peter comes in, pretending to be a pirate, and fights the pirates with some help from Tink. Hook tries to hurt Peter, but then the crocodile appears, scaring Hook away and letting the children escape without harm. As they leave, Peter brags about being the hero, but Wendy scolds him for being careless and putting everyone in danger. When she brings up Hook, the Lost Boys say they don't talk about it because Peter and Hook have a complicated history. Tiger Lily gives Wendy some comforting words before going back to her tribe. The kids reach the Lost Boys' hideout, where Wendy sings a soothing song to put them to sleep. Surprisingly, even the pirates can hear her singing. After the children doze off, Tink leads Wendy upstairs to a room that belonged to someone named James, yes, Captain James Hook. Wendy finds Peter in the room because it's his now. Peter tells Wendy that he and Hook used to be really good friends when Hook was just James. Hook left Neverland, which made Peter sad, but what hurt him even more was when Hook returned and grew up wrong. Hook and his pirate crew arrive at the hideout and start capturing the Lost Boys, Wendy and her brothers, and even Tinker Bell. When Hook gets close to Peter, Peter falls off a ledge. Tink tries to save him, but someone stops her, and Peter hits the ground, appearing to be dead. After the pirates go away, Peter's shadow leaves his body and hurries to Tiger Lily's tribe to warn her and ask for help. On the ship, Hook shares his past with Wendy. He says Peter essentially forced him to leave Neverland because he missed his mom. However, Hook never made it home and was lost at sea until Mr. Smee saved him. During those years, Hook grew to despise Peter for everything. Hook orders that all the children be killed, but Wendy pleads with him to spare them and take her instead. Hook agrees to the swap. Meanwhile, Tiger Lily arrives to put Peter's shadow back in his body, waking him up and telling him what Hook has done. The pirates prepare a plank for Wendy to walk off, but Tink breaks free and sprinkles her with pixie dust right after she steps off the plank. Wendy thinks happy thoughts, and this magic dust makes her float instead of falling into the water. Tink then covers the entire ship with dust, making it float over the ocean. Peter arrives, leading to a big fight between the pirates and Lost Boys. Peter and Hook have their duel, while Wendy protects her brothers from the pirates. Tiger Lily joins the fight too. Wendy then tilts the ship, causing the pirates to tumble into the water. Hook starts to fall, but Peter catches him and tries to help him stay up by telling him to think happy thoughts. Hook says he has no happy thoughts and lets go, falling into the water. Peter feels sad, but the Lost Boys reassure him that they are his friends. The Darlings say goodbye to Tiger Lily as Peter steers the ship away from Neverland. George and Mary are woken up by a noise and find the Lost Boys in their children's room. Wendy goes up to the rooftop to talk to Peter and sees that he wrote his name on the chimney of their house. The Darling house used to be Peter's home before Neverland, but he left after having a big fight with his mother. When he tried to return for her, she was gone. Wendy suggests that Peter could stay and grow up with her, but he doesn't feel ready for it. Peter leaves, but Tink, for the first time, whispers to Wendy and thanks her for listening to her. The Darlings and Lost Boys watch as Peter leaves on the ship, and Mary realizes who he is. Wendy says her goodbyes and writes her name next to Peter's on the chimney. Back in Neverland, Peter gazes out at the ocean and sees that Hook, Smee, and many of the pirates have survived. Peter and Hook exchange a smile as they lock eyes. In this way, movie ends here. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more interesting movie recaps.